This is Jeff with Eternity Shore. Let me tell you what's been going on. It's been a rough couple weeks. After finally getting what we thought was the engines all squared away, so Mary and I got ready to go to Cambridge. That was going to be our big trip. So we set out, and unbelievably so, we got towards the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, just like we did last year. Saw the bridge. We had a hose burst. So it's this hose here, and this is the connector down here. That's for the heat exchanger. And this thing blew. So that was port side engine problems. And then we thought, well, now we got to limp back home again. And we ran a good 15-20 minutes, and the alarm went off, and it was overheating. Not only did we not get to go to Cambridge, our whole weekend was trashed. We had to get towed again.
Okay, let me interrupt myself for a moment here. I did not know at the time what I know now in terms of what I needed to do to fix this problem. Ultimately, we had struggled last year with several times where our engines were overheating, and we did replace the manifolds and risers as they needed to be replaced because it had been a long time. But there were other things that needed to be replaced that we just didn't do, and I take full responsibility for not doing those things in a timely manner. Two of those things that I'm mentioning right now are the hoses, the rest of the hoses for the engine, and the thermostat housings. And this episode, you're going to see me come to the conclusion that I need to replace the hoses and the thermostat housings for each of the engines. So this is part one of several parts in the video where I am doing my version of an overhaul of the engines that I'm able to do, starting with the thermostat housings. So check this out. There'll be more videos about this on the way.
Okay, here's the thermostat, which I'm going to need to clean. The thermostat housing is here. And if you look inside there's a lot of crud that I'm going to clean that out. We are on the starboard engine, okay? So the following hoses I'm about to replace. So this sits in like so, okay? And this hose goes to that manifold, and that hose goes to the other manifold. I have both those hoses, okay? This longer hose is going to go from here down to there, okay? That's the other end of that hose. Comes out of here and goes down to there, which is the manifold, okay? This hose does something similar, but it needs to be, that hose is molded. So that hose goes like this. Okay, and it goes down to that manifold. I have two of these and two of these. One for each engine. This front hose is what I just showed you. This hose here is a little bit longer. That's coming from here. The hose goes from there down to there. Before we bought the boat, both of our intake hoses were replaced. There's really only one other hose that we've not replaced in each of the engines by the time we're done, okay? So I pulled off the port side thermostat housing. There's the thermostat inside of it. Because I'm going to try to clean this housing up, make sure there isn't anything in there. And this side, that's kind of what you're looking at down there. As I was cleaning the thermostat housing, I found at least two impeller fins stuck. They were stuck, I believe they were stuck in here. So now, because that's the case, and also in this process, I have discovered, as I was cleaning the housing, this piece, kind of the nipple of that receiver, tore off. So, in addition to the hoses that I ordered, I am replacing both thermostat housings. They're about $200 a piece, OEM Volvo Penta. Now I'm going into this impeller area to see if this guy burned up and if I can match those two fins here so that if there are more missing, then there's probably in the system someplace. Could be down the hatch there. I'm now removing these two hoses here, and they will unscrew here and see what we got. Okay, you're gonna see this sort of live along with me. I'm not taking this off to look. Maybe they're from a previous impeller. Could you imagine? Ha! It's starting to wear, so it needs a new impeller. But none of the fins are missing. So that means this guy was old. Maybe it was just swimming around there for a long time. Because I replace the impellers every year. So I would have replaced this at the end of last year. I am in the engine room, sweating to death. It's 11 o'clock at night. Today was over 100 degrees. So that's why I'm here so late. We have ordered new thermostat housings for both engines. In order to use the new housings, we need to take off this water inlet right here. Comes off, and so does the temperature gauge right here. But they're super hard to get off because they've been on a long time. I bought this blaster, this PB blaster from Home Depot, and put that penetrating oil on for the last hour or so. I don't have a workbench here, and I didn't really know how I was going to keep these steady, but obviously putting it back on the engine keeps them steady. For this temperature thing, I bought a deep socket 19 millimeter that fits over top of that. Of course, the belt's in the way. So I'll work on this. Here it goes. All right. All right, that's great. Now, eventually this bolt will get in the way when this nipple comes around. Right there. So I'm gonna wait. Okay, so I've got this all ready to go over top. All right. All right, now I'm gonna add, can't see this, but I'm gonna add this bar. Got it. Okay. Okay.
We're going to leave this video right here with the removal of the water inlet as well as the temperature gauge, because it's quite involved to then put those temperature gauges and the water inlets on the new thermostat housings, which you see here. This will be in the next episode on how to do that, and you'll see in the next episode how to mount these thermostat housings, which came when it didn't come with, but we purchased new thermostats. So thanks again for watching. This is going to be a 3-part series on how to do as much overhaul as I can of the engines to make sure they are in tip-top shape. Thanks again. All right, see ya.